The Vegas Raiders and Los Angeles Chargers are both in absolute chaos coming out of training camp, and the Denver Broncos are perfectly positioned to sweep both division rivals this season. Even better, there's great news in Denver. Rookie quarterback Bo Nix is lighting up the field in his third day of camp, showing the poise and fire that fans have been waiting for. Now, let's talk about why the Raiders were once considered dangerous. Despite gutting their linebacker core and relying on an inexperienced secondary, their defensive line used to be terrifying. Christian Wilkins, one of the most coveted free agents just 2 off-seasons ago, came with comparisons to Aaron Donald, a dominant, disruptive force who wrecks both the run and the pass. Paired with Max Crosby, that duo was enough to make any offense nervous. Broncos fans remember it well. Wilkins exploded through the line, taking down Bo Nix on the very play that resulted in Nix's foot injury. The Raiders celebrated Wilkins with a massive $110 million contract, parading it as one of the best signings in franchise history. But times have changed, and Denver's confidence is growing. The storm is brewing, and the Broncos are ready to turn the tables in the AFC West. In a stunning move, the Raiders just cut Christian Wilkins, and the fallout is massive. His recovery from foot surgery, expected to take 6 to 8 weeks, has dragged on, with reports suggesting he might even need another procedure. The team wasn't happy with his rehab progress and decided to move on, despite his guaranteed contract. It's a move that's already sparked a grievance with the NFL Players Association, and Wilkins' camp is furious. For Broncos country, this is a huge win. No more facing one of the league's most disruptive defensive tackles twice a year. With Wilkins gone, game planning against the Raiders gets a whole lot easier. Max Crosby remains a problem, but without Wilkins next to him, Denver can double or triple team Crosby, chip him with tight ends, and use running backs to neutralize his pressure. 1 game wrecker is manageable. 2 was a nightmare. The ripple effects go even deeper. The Raiders were already expected to have one of the largest salary cap spaces in the NFL next year. If they had kept Wilkins, they'd have a legitimate core to build around. Now, free agents watching this drama unfold might think twice before signing with a franchise that just dumped a star player over a rehab dispute. For Denver, it's not just about winning matchups this season. It's about seizing the long-term upper hand in the AFC West. For any player looking at their next destination, the Raiders aren't exactly making a strong case. Their track record with big-name free agents is brutal. Jimmy Garoppolo, gone after 1 season. Christian Wilkins, cut before ever getting back on the field. Chandler Jones, 1 season. Corey Littleton, barely 2. This pattern is sending a clear message. There's no long-term stability in Vegas. Even players in their own locker room have to be asking, why would I commit my future to this team? And for free agents on the open market, the Raiders would have to throw out massive, above-market deals just to get a second look. Meanwhile, Denver is building something different. We've seen talented players like Dre Greenlaw and Evan Engram turn down other offers to wear the orange and blue, even taking discounts to join a franchise with a stronger culture and a real vision for winning. The Raiders' latest move might silence a distraction in their locker room for now, but the long-term damage is clear. Top-tier talent will continue to pass on Vegas. For the Broncos, this is a huge advantage in the battle for the AFC West. The future is looking brighter in Denver, and the gap between these 2 franchises is only widening. Rumors are already swirling that Mike Vrabel wants to bring Christian Wilkins to New England. But the real nightmare scenario, seeing Wilkins team up with Chris Jones on the Kansas City Chiefs' defensive front. That would be a terrifying duo, and it's something every Broncos fan is hoping doesn't happen. Ideally, Wilkins lands in the NFC, far away from both the Patriots and the Chiefs. Meanwhile, across the division, the Los Angeles Chargers are dealing with pure chaos in their backfield. Najee Harris, expected to be a major piece of Jim Harbaugh's ground and pound offense, has yet to hit the practice field after a bizarre incident involving fireworks left him sidelined. Even Chargers beat reporters are calling the situation strange. Harbaugh's plan was clear. Pair Harris with rookie Marion Hampton to create a punishing 1-2 punch in the run game. Instead, Harris has missed critical training camp reps, especially damaging since the Chargers started camp a full week earlier due to their early preseason schedule. Observers say he looks thinner, possibly from swelling and a disrupted workout routine. No one wants to see injuries derail a player's career, but the reality is this setback completely throws off the Chargers' offensive blueprint. The two-headed rushing attack they were counting on to power their offense now looks like a distant dream. And for the Broncos, that's welcome news. The Chargers' desperation is on full display. They're signing running backs who haven't played meaningful football in years, Nyheim Hines among them, who's been sidelined for 2 full seasons. With Najee Harris out and rookie Marion Hampton left to shoulder the load, Los Angeles is scrambling. This is exactly why they tried to lock up J.K. Dobbins with a restricted tender. He was supposed to be their fallback plan, but Denver swooped in and signed him, just like we did with tight end Evan Engram, another player they had on their radar. 2 key pieces they wanted are now wearing orange and blue. As for Hampton, all the buzz out of camp painted him as an unstoppable force, but early glimpses tell another story. In one drill, a weighted sled barely moved under his power, hardly the kind of dominance that strikes fear into opposing defenses. The original plan was for Harris to start, with Hampton gradually working his way into the rotation. Now, the rookie may be thrown straight into the fire, facing the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 1. Meanwhile, over in Denver, training camp is buzzing. Every single player was suited up today, except Mike McGlinchey. Fans briefly panicked, wondering if the starting tackle was injured, but so far there's been no official word from the team. Reading between the lines, there's no reason to believe it's anything serious. I don't believe Mike McGlinchey's brief absence from camp is injury-related, and here's why. Even players on the physically unable to perform list, like Ayomaru Wazarike, have been spotted on the sidelines, but McGlinchey hasn't been seen at all. Plus, he spoke to the media just days ago in high spirits, showing no signs of being banged up. Most likely, it's a personal matter keeping him away, not a setback with his health. A huge relief for Broncos country. Meanwhile, there's plenty of excitement on the field. Geno Smith tossed a pick 6 and another interception today, while Caleb Williams, hailed by many as the next big thing, threw back-to-back interceptions right after being told by his coaches to hit the playbook harder. And then there's Bo Nix. The rookie quarterback remains flawless, no interceptions through camp so far, even while facing last season's 3rd-ranked defense, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, and a relentless pass rush. He's doing all this behind a patchwork offensive line, with McGlinchey still out. The defense continues to shine as well, with LaVale Bailey recording the first interception of camp. Bailey, the undrafted rookie Sean Payton personally called multiple times during the draft, is already proving why Denver was so eager to bring him in. LaVale Bailey's interception came off Sam Ehlinger, not Bo Nix, and that's telling. Early in training camp, defenses usually dominate, but Nix has been untouchable. Reports from fans and analysts alike all say the same thing. Bo processes the field at lightning speed, getting the ball out so quickly that defenders can't even react. His arm strength has been on full display, and it's clear he's added muscle during the offseason. Even more exciting is the chemistry building between Nix and Courtland Sutton. Sutton looks fully healthy, cutting with the kind of precision that makes him one of the NFL's most dangerous route runners. His ability to stop on a dime and explode past defenders is already making highlight after highlight in camp. There's even chatter from inside the Broncos' camp that a contract extension for Sutton could be finalized soon, possibly within days. With Nix developing rapidly and Sutton at the top of his game, Denver's offense is starting to look like a force to be reckoned with. Finally, it's clear the Broncos made the right move by drafting edge rusher Jade Barrett early in the first round. Many were calling for another wide receiver, but Denver's young weapons are already proving that wasn't necessary. Marvin Mims has bulked up without losing a step. Troy Franklin is picking up right where he left off, recreating the deep threat magic he first showed with Bo Nix against Buffalo. And the highly touted Luther Burden, a popular mock draft pick for Denver, hasn't even been able to practice for the Bears due to injury. While rivals like the Raiders and Chargers deal with turmoil and setbacks, the Broncos are building momentum. The energy around this team is electric, the roster is healthy, and the belief in Denver's resurgence is stronger than ever.